Hey everybody, and welcome to the lounge, all my fellow loungers, chillers, ballers, and grillers. Today's another episode of Keeping It Real with Uncle Larry. Today's topic I thought was a pretty good one. I'm going to do it on anger because it's something that I've dealt with all my life, and I'm sure a lot of people have dealt with it. Now, anger can be it's kind of going to be kind of hard to explain it because it's like most people think that anger is always a bad thing. Right? Anger can be a good thing, but it has to be harnessed in the right way. And that's where the problem lies. Is that, because think about it. It's an emotion that we have. Why do we have it? There has to be a reason, right? God, whether you believe in God or not, why, if there is a God, why did He give us anger at all? There has to be a reason for it. Now, I believe in righteous anger. I believe not self-righteous anger. I believe in righteous anger. I believe anger if you are in the right, not whether you just believe that you're in the right, but there are actual circumstances where there's no doubt that you are in the right. You have every right to be angry at something that you don't like to see. If you see an injustice, if you see somebody getting hurt, if you saw somebody being picked on, for instance, and you got angry at that and you went over there. Does that mean that it has to turn into violence, you against them? No. Does it mean that you stand up? Yes. But I believe that there's healthy ways to deal with anger and there's bad ways to deal with anger. All my life I have dealt with, most of the time, was bad anger. I've never done things that especially when I was younger, I didn't sit down and rationalize things and think things out. I just acted out on my anger when I was young, in school, getting into fights, whatever. It was like when you were mad, that's what happened. Where does my anger, issues all stem from? I really don't know. It's some of us just deal with it. It's something that maybe we learned it when we were young. Maybe it's just something that's inside of us. Maybe it's something in our brain, a chemical that is off or whatever. And, maybe that's what it is. It's kind of funny because, some people get angry when they drink. Now, I am quite the opposite on that. I don't get angry when I drink at all. Sorry, I saw somebody walking down the road. I don't get angry when I drink at all. Most of the time I get very, just like no cares in the world, which is probably why I do actually have beers. We all have our vices, whether it's that some people go to food, some people, go whatever, some people go on, Prozac or different types of drugs to deal with, anxiety, emotions, all that kind of stuff. Mine is beer. That's my vice, and like I said, I try to curb my drinking as much as I possibly can. But getting back to the anger issue, it's a hard thing to deal with. So if any of you guys are out there that deal with the same thing, you understand it's very hard to control yourself, and that's where the anger part, you have to learn how to control it so it doesn't control you. When I was younger, I couldn't control it. I would just lash out at people, whoever made me mad or whatever. Not always physically. That was, like I said, that was back in my high school days. Now it's mostly just... It's so funny because I wanted to do anger. It's a very difficult thing for me to talk about because I still deal with anger issues. On, what was it, Tuesday, when Joe came over to the house and we were going to shoot... That's News to Us. We both had a really crappy day, and we both were very angry. And I'm sure if I watch the last episode of That's News to Us, I'll be able to pick it out, where I could see on my face or Joe's face, whatever. But we had some really bad days on Tuesday. And I remember when he came over, because we sit and talk for a while before we actually start filming. And I said to Joe, it's one of them days where I just want to put my fist through something. And Joe turned around and goes, "Me too." And I was like, yeah, it's just... Now, granted, we didn't hit anything or anything. That's why it's good to have a punching bag. You can go leave a lot of stress out on a punching bag. That's the thing that I learned when I was at a certain age. It's better to punch something than somebody. It always is. Unfortunately, sometimes it can hurt. But having said that, that doesn't mean go around punching walls and stuff like that. I'm talking about a punching bag, something to release, or you do it in a physical activity like running or something like that, which is perfectly fine also. Some people love to jog and stuff like that. I wish I could. That would be a good stress reliever. My knee can't handle it though. I can do running in basketball, but I can't do jogging. Kind of, go figure, right? I think because my mind's on different things when I'm playing basketball. But the thing is, I think we all deal with it. I mean, Joe's usually the most happy-go-lucky guy that I know, but he still deals with anger too. We all deal with it in one level or another. Now, when I was talking about righteous anger, it's just we've went to war because we, like with Germany, when the atrocities that were happening and everything, our country and that's why so many people in a war get so emotional that they're going to go kill somebody else in there, is because they're angry, and they're also know that if they don't, they're going to get killed themselves. So it's it's kind of that thing too. But what I'm saying is that there are reasons to be angry, and it's okay. When we're using our anger to hurt somebody else, whether emotionally, physically, or anything, then your anger needs to be looked at, and try to figure out how you can control that. Not an easy thing to do. I wish I had all the answers for everything, but I don't. Like I said, I battle with this myself. So, and it's I have a bad habit of, when I get angry at somebody, I don't talk. It's if I don't like somebody, I just don't talk to them. That's and I can tell you, here's a thing of a righteous anger. Just the other matter of fact, this tells you the kind of week I had. My next door neighbor came over to complain to me because I called the county to trim the bush down in front of his house, because when we go pull out of our driveway, we can't see down to the left, which is where oncoming traffic is coming. And sometimes you won't see a car until it comes out of that bush. And people fly down this road 60, 70 miles an hour sometimes. Well, when he pulls out of his driveway, the bush is on his right. Well, he's looking into the other lane of traffic because it's a no passing zone here. So it's perfectly fine for him to look down there. But us, we look down to the left. So anyway, I've asked him every single year to trim the bush. Could you please trim it? If you can, I'll trim it for you if you want me to. Real nice. Everything was fine. Then one year, he just went off on me. Yeah, I'll get to it, blah, 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 like that. So I was like, I'm not dealing with that, because I don't have to deal with idiots. Anyway, I called the county up. They trimmed it. They're only going to trim it if it's beyond where it's supposed to be to begin with. So they came out. They did this 3 years in a row now that they've had to come out and do this. And for some reason, he thought it was okay just to come over here and give me a piece of his mind for having the county do that. So I got pretty mad at that, so I followed him outside and I told him, I said, hey, you got to be kidding me. Well, I might have said, you got to be effing kidding me. You care more about a bush than somebody's life pulling out of their driveway to get in an accident? To me, I don't know how you can get angry on his part when, if somebody came to me and said, your bush out front, I can't see pulling out on the road, I wouldn't just trim it. I'd take the whole damn bush out, because I don't care about a bush over somebody's life that's pulling out of a driveway. It's just absolutely blows my mind. But anyway, what I'm talking about is that in those instances when he came at me, it was okay to be angry. I get attacked on Twitter all the time, and I get very angry, and then sometimes I'll lash back. I know that's the most stupid thing that I could do, because when people see that, then it just creates more of a snowball effect, and the other ones will come out and they start attacking too. Best thing to do is ignore it by just blocking it. And I know that, but sometimes it's just my anger gets a hold of me and I react the wrong way. Anyway, this video is longer than what I expected to make it. My point is it's something that we struggle with, but you have to learn to be able to control your anger. in certain ways. I'm still working on it, and I'm 53. So if you guys are young, you know, it's going to be a lifelong thing, but it will get better. I mean, my anger is nowhere near like it used to be when I was younger, so it will get better, but you have to work on it. You have to be willing to work on it. You have to recognize that you actually have anger issues and stuff. So some people don't deal with it at all. Some people are just happy-go-lucky. I wish I was like that, but I'm not. We're all different. And again, that's what makes us strangely, uniquely perfect, I believe. So if you guys ever have a topic that you want me to discuss or something, hit me up on Twitter. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about, and I'll try to, if I have any insights on it or anything like that, or I could just say to you guys, yeah, I deal with this. I love to talk about it. So remember, I was going to say, keep it real. But remember, no hate needed, just love is my motto and everything. And I know that I look like a hypocrite sometimes because I lash back at people and everything, but I really do believe in the saying. I really do believe that if everybody just could just stop hating on one another, we could actually just all love each other. And I think that that's the perfect way. And it's a something that we all got to learn to do. But until next time, grab yourself something cold to drink, put your feet up and relax. I'll meet you at the lounge.